About a year ago, I made this Patina blouse by Friday Pattern Company as a collaboration with my friend Christine because we wanted to test two different methods of doing a full bust adjustment. I'll link to the video down in the description below if you're curious about how we make full bust adjustments. I finished the blouse and I took a bunch of pictures and I love it, but the shoulders are falling off. Like the shoulder seam is not on top of my shoulder, and that annoys me. I've been wanting to remake the patina to take with me on a trip that I'm going on, or that I went on by the time you watch this. So before I cut into my fabric to make my new patina, I knew I needed to make a narrow shoulder adjustment. And I filmed it, and it is what today's video is all about. All right before I show you how I make a narrow shoulder adjustment, just a quick chat about when would you need, or when could you tell that you need a narrow shoulder adjustment or a wide shoulder adjustment. The adjustment is basically the same. For a narrow one, you bring the paper in or the pattern pieces in. For a wide shoulder adjustment, you bring them out. As simple as that. So I knew that I needed one because you can probably tell the seam here is right off my shoulder. Now this is not a dropped shoulder blouse. You know, a dropped shoulder would intentionally be way below the shoulder, but I find it kind of restricts my movements. It's a bit annoying, and I find when the shoulders are not sitting properly, it looks a tiny bit sloppy or frumpy. For me, it's just not the look I want if I'm making a polished blouse to wear to work, for example, or for an event. A clue that you might also need a narrow shoulder adjustment is if the neckline just is too wide for you, so you could bring it in a little bit. So yeah, if the shoulder is just not sitting where it needs to sit, for your own preference, you could need a narrow or a wide shoulder adjustment. The adjustment is super simple, like super simple. You'll see that. I'm going to show you how I do it. It takes me less than 10 minutes, and then I get a fit that I like a lot better. Now, I need to do this adjustments on most patterns, the exception being cashmerette. Even when I select the right size for me, so it fits me great. I have a lot of movement or range of movement. Everything's great. I often need to bring the shoulders in, just because I guess my shoulders are a little bit narrower than what the pattern designers intend for it to be. All right, enough waffling, enough, yeah. Let's get over to my cutting table and show you how I make the narrow shoulder adjustment. Okay, so we are going to start with the front bodice. So I've got my front here, and you'll notice my pattern's been adjusted because I did a full bust adjustment on this pattern and then promptly forgot to do a narrow shoulder. So I'm going to do that now and show you how I do them. So first thing I did is I marked my seam allowance, because you need to know where your seam allowance is to create your hinges. So I'm going to first draw a line from about the center of the shoulder, so right around here, to, I don't know, around here somewhere. Doesn't really matter, but on the arm side, right here. So here's my first line, and then I'm going to draw a second line from the tip of the shoulder here to my first line, and this line needs to be perpendicular to the first one I drew. So there you go, right here. So I've marked my two lines. And now I'm going to cut from here, so from the shoulder because I'm going to pivot that part of the pattern to the seam allowance. So right about there. And then, wonder if I can do this. So from here, so the seam allowance right to, but again, not through that line. So now I've got kind of like a pivot, if you can see that. It's a little hard to see or hard to do because I've got some really hard paper and some very light paper. And then from the first line, I'm going to cut to, again, the seam allowance, but not through, and do the same thing on the other side, creating a second hinge. Now I want to remove just 1/2 inch because that's all I'm going to need. So I'm going to measure from here 1/2 inch and mark that. And then bring my pattern piece, oh boy, in about my 1/2 inch right here. Now my hinge didn't work very well, but normally this would lay pretty flat. Now I'm going to take some tape and tape this down. There we go. All right, and I'm going to tape this down over here as well, just so it doesn't move. Okay. And then what I can do, I'm probably going to do this on the fly when I'm cutting my fabric, but I can basically just straighten this out a little bit. And actually, I'm probably going to add some paper. Let me see if I can find a piece of paper here. Because I don't want to change the angle of my shoulder, because that was fine. I just wanted to make the seam line here a little bit shorter. So what I can do here is just slide some paper underneath, tape that down, and then with a small ruler, basically link my 2 points together here. So this is going to come up a bit, and then my angle doesn't change, or the slope, I should say, doesn't change very much. And then over here, all I can do is just kind of straighten this out so I don't have a jog here, and then cut the excess off. And there you go. So this is my new front piece. So I can just remove the excess paper I have. Ooh, I should have taped that down a little bit better, shouldn't I? That's what happens when you use real printer paper. It's really thick. There you go. So now my shoulder seam line is 1/2 inch smaller here. The arm side length should not have changed in a significant way. So my sleeve is still going to fit in here. But yeah, this is now going to land at the shoulder point instead of way off my shoulder. And then I'm going to do the same thing with the back yoke piece. Now this is a funny one, and hopefully that's going to work, because the pattern piece is actually all one piece like this. Usually they're cut on the fold, and obviously I need to change both shoulders. So I think I'm just gonna have to do this twice, but basically it's gonna be the same thing. I'm gonna draw a line from about halfway on the shoulder here, draw it this way and then this way, and do the exact same pivot, and then mirror. Then I'm going to fold it in half, basically, once I've done the adjustment, and make sure that I add or remove paper so that both shoulders are exactly the same. And it really is as simple as that. And here I am wearing my adjusted patina blouse, and I am so pleased. So as you can tell, I did a 1/2 inch, and I didn't do this measurement in a very scientific way. I basically had my pink patina out. I moved the shoulder seam where I felt it needed to be, and then with my fingers measured about a 1/2 inch. And now you can see the seam is right at the point where my shoulder ends and my arm starts, I guess. And yeah, I love how it sits on me. It's nice and flat up here. The collar is nice and flat in the back. There's no pulling or weird. Yeah, it's just so comfortable. And I find it just looks a lot more polished than my pink one does. It could also be the crisp white. I absolutely love this blouse. Love it so much. It'll be perfect all spring and summer. So there you go. Very simple adjustment that I think makes a huge difference in how your clothes hang, in how they feel, and how they look. So yeah, give it a try. If you find that the shoulders are never quite right on you, give it a try and let me know how it goes down in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching. Please give the video a like on your way out. Subscribe to the channel if this kind of how I video is up your street, and I will see you soon.